We got a very interesting video today called The Pandering Male Epidemic by 4D Shams. And these are the type of dudes you want to avoid taking advice from because they'll say things like, if you can't afford to take your girl to Ruth Chris or buy her a Birkin bag, you don't deserve to date. What the You know what? Let's just play the video. Y'all go hear what I'm talking about.
Boys want to get to know you. Men want to know what your Cash App and Zelle is. Know the difference, ladies, when one is speaking to you. It's quite simple.
Like what?
When you first meet a woman, you should be spending money. I don't want to hear your fucking excuse why you don't. If you cannot send Zelles, pay for her nails to get done and hair done before a first date, or pay for some Shein items or Fashion Nova, you should not be fucking dating. Two things a woman want to hear. Her Cash App and Zelle, and what's her full name and birthday. Book her a trip. If you really want her, do something different. Stop asking her to the movies or the dinner. She can drive there herself. Do something no one else is asking her for. Take her on fucking vacation, you cheap, broke bastard.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, if you follow his advice, I'm gonna tell you what type of shorty you gonna have at the end of that. You gonna attract a gold digger, gang. And the minute you say, hey man, you know, I ain't get that raise, or you know, life has been kicking my ass a little bit. You have a real life, you know, everybody has those moments where money ain't the best. You fall a little bit. I best believe, she gonna leave that ass. She don't give two either. She don't give two fucks. So yeah, if you follow this dude's advice, best believe you're gonna get the worst type of shorty. Word.
Sounds nice. It sounds great even. But that clown got exposed for abusing both of his baby mothers and not taking care of his kids. Roll the clip.
Okay.
And for anyone wondering, this is some of his work. You see, for the longest...
You know, I'm gonna let the video play. I'm not even gonna say nothing yet.
Period now, there's been this cycle that's been reoccurring on the internet. A male influencer will get online and post some videos where he's hitting all the right notes. He's saying all the right things. Things that might be unrealistic. Things that most of the time are too good to be true. How do I put this? They're selling a fantasy. These con artists, these predators who prey on women's desperation, are the most dangerous breed of animal. And yes, I'm calling them animals. The animal in question being a panda bear. They're panderers. Guys like Pastor Poppy Don. Yeah. They take the approach of appealing to a woman's desire for financial stability, a caretaker, someone who, when she's with, money isn't a problem. Matter of fact, this dream guy goes out of his way to spend his money on her, buying her lavish gifts, booking trips, allowing her to experience these luxury experiences.
Pampering my woman is a requirement. $150,000 per child when she gives birth, $150,000 every year after that until the child is 18. Her hair done once a week, nails done once a week, makeup done whenever she wants to, shopping sprees.
You know what's crazy? I forget his name, but I really used to resonate with his message when it came to like the whole vegan and, you know, just about body and health. And then he started losing me when he started pivoting to this whole, oh, if you ain't got 100,000 to give to your shorty, you don't need to be with her. You need to get a job. You need to work. You need to work on that 100,000. If you ain't got a meal, he was losing me. I was like, yeah, he gotta go.
Around the world, anywhere she wants to shop at and buy whatever she wants. Her finances is not maintained. She's not allowed to pay for any bills, open any doors, or take out any trash.
100,000.
This shit is cringy, bro. Let me prop the camera up and here's 100,000. Like, what the are we serious right now? Like, come on, gang. Please, y'all, I hope y'all not doing this. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all not doing this.
Another 100,000, because I appreciate your loyalty. Another 100,000, because you're an excellent mother.
You know what kind of energy this gives? This gives like a breed of DJ Khaled, but especially Rick Ross.
Oh, brother, just how performative can you be?
Exactly.
Look, I already know what some of you guys are thinking. Some of the stuff he's saying doesn't sound too crazy. If you truly are in love with your lady and you're a chivalrous man, these things will probably come naturally to you. But you see, the thing that makes this guy so distasteful is that he tries to shame regular men for not being ultra wealthy. He talks in a way that emasculates them.
How much money should a man have before he gets into a relationship?
At minimum, a man should have $300,000 US in his savings account. But if you really...
You dead ass? Nah, that's like a good 90% of dudes done. Done. Not done. Including me. Word. We want to just keep it a bag. I ain't got 300K in my savings. What the fuck? Yo, who, like, and then there's gonna be a shorty that listens to this video and be like, yeah, I need my man to have 300K in savings. I'm telling you, a lot of the things, y'all be enabling the behavior, and then y'all be quick to complain and be like, oh man, these shorties is like this, and we gotta hold some of the dudes accountable too. Because if there's no participants and actively, you know, if they not getting any results as a shorty, right? And there's not dudes dating these type of shorties that be like, I want a guy with 300K in savings. If they ain't getting no results, I bet you they standards go down.
You want to step into the real leagues when men are handling their business. You should have at least 1 million to 3 million in your savings account before you even entertain a woman, period.
So by this guy's logic, the average man should have multiple.
Yo, if you wait until you get to 1 million or 3 million and you out here flaunting it, you're gonna attract the wrong woman. I'm telling you. The best type of woman you get is when you're grinding. Like, as you're grinding on your way up, because that's the type of shorty that's like, oh, I don't care if he doesn't have it all together. If you could find that shorty that's not trying to get you at the finish line, because usually when you get to the finish line and you start scouring, or if you start dating, 9 times out of 10 they can smell the bread on you. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he a winner. I want him. And they're not gonna want you. They don't want you. They want what you got. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if that's making sense. They want your assets. They don't want you. They want, oh, he's a winner. I want the fact that he's a winner. Not because of your character, none of that.
And then if we really want to meet his standard, if we really want to be real men, we gotta have multiple millions of dollars saved up. Do you know how doomed society would be if we all operated under this logic? Because the average man doesn't even start making 6 figures a year until like their late 20s, early to mid 30s.
Yeah.
And then you want to talk about men being millionaires? The average man doesn't start touching that type of wealth until their late 30s, early 40s. To mid 40s and above. And we're not even considering things like inflation. $1 million a couple decades ago isn't $1 million today. Like, depending on where you live, $1 million will definitely not afford you anything fancy. And this genius somehow wants to make the argument that we shouldn't even entertain women until we have that type of money. And I think the one clip that cemented in my mind that this guy is definitely a panderer, he's a pander bear, is this clip.
Date them all and make the best provider win. And the only men that have a problem with this are the manipulators, the narcissists, the compulsive liars, the men that want you to provide for them. And to the women that say, well, I can't juggle 5 men at a time. You were dealing with a complete narcissist. This man had 5 different personalities. Every day you woke up, you see a different version of this man.
A man providing for a shorty should be earned. Like, they you know what I'm saying? It's not like just, oh, okay, you're gorgeous, you know, you look great. You know what I'm saying? A man naturally wants to do that for a woman that wants to, that's pouring into him. That's the best way I can put it.
May the best provider win.
If this isn't sweet talk, pander talk, telling women what they want to hear type of talk, I don't know what it is. Because look,
words.
I can respect someone who dishes it out to both genders equally. But when it's so obvious that you're trying to gain favoritism from one gender, your intentions become clear as day. And look, I already know what some of you guys might be thinking. This is all internet BS. There's no way anyone would actually buy into this sort of thinking. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you'd be absolutely wrong. You see, all a guy has to do is get online and make this sort of video.
Y'all know it's niggas out here really buying girls food, paying girls rent, real deal, paying for girls beauty maintenance, real deal, like real deal. I'm niggas. They legendary.
And then
he said, hey, I'm not even gonna cap. I've done this before, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I've done it before, and I've done it for the wrong shorty, which is why, if you look at my story times with the Las Vegas situation, I've done it times 10. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I can speak on it now. Like, even if you provide and you do it for the wrong person that's not into you, gang. This is why I say you got this got to be for a shorty that deserves it. You're done. You're putting yourself, you're shooting yourself in the leg, and that the pain that comes with that, you don't want to feel that. Leading with your wallet and I'm saying this firsthand because I was that guy. Leading with your wallet will get you nowhere. If you can't take a shorty to the park or on a chill date where you're just getting to know her or talking on the phone for a little bit before you know what I'm saying, get to that next step, or, you know, going on a date, you know, somewhere, go to the, let's see, go to something light, bowling, whatever. If she not with it to do that and she want to go straight to Ruth Chris on the first date, I ain't gonna lie, gang, she don't like you. Word. Because what are you going to do in those moments when you guys are just sitting in the crib and there's nothing to do? Because there's going to come a point in time, if y'all dating for long periods of time, y'all going to be sitting in the crib doing absolutely nothing. There should be a level of calmness that comes with that. Not like, I'm bored, let me stir up some drama. It should be a level of calmness. The things that you should be arguing about, if it's a healthy relationship, is damn, I hate when this motherfucker leaves his socks in the middle of the floor. Like, and then the people around, like, if you got friends or family, you sitting around the dinner table, they like, damn, that's what y'all be arguing about? We over here, like, fighting about a divorce. That's good problems. Y'all ain't got nothing to argue about but some socks being in the middle of the floor, and you got to pick up after him. You know what I'm saying? That's a good problem. If it's something like, infidelity or some weird stuff, some drama, then you got bigger problems to worry about.
I have women in the comments eating it up. May your money flow like a river. Hi, King, you good? You ate today? The only type I date. I know some soldiers in here, they want to spend that on me. His inbox has to be going crazy right now. Yeah, I'm never settling till I find the one. My sugar pop is all the way in Canada sending me money. They're literally eating this shit up. And you see, these pander bears don't just come leading with money. They also have other tricks. There's other archetypes. There's other categories of pander bears. Not all of them sell this financial fantasy. Some of them use enticing words. For example, like Medusa's Judgment. His whole thing was painting men out to be these evil beings that were just irredeemable. And I genuinely feel like him, he targeted a very specific audience. Women who were probably leaning towards being misandrous. Because no one besides a misandrist or a woman who's been severely traumatized by men would subscribe to an idea like this.
If you was to ask a man if he would rather be in the woods with the woman or with the bear, he gonna say a woman every single time. And do you know why a man is gonna say a woman every single time?
Why not?
He got free reign.
And the reason why that clip looks so tacky.
Oh, brother. He was gonna say that the man would have free reign to basically get it in. No, who wants to be in the woods with a bear? Like, it really just comes down to that. You telling me if I had the choice to... This dude's stupid. They need to have an audition on who could talk on the internet. Word, bro. Would I pass it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, like, are you serious, bro? Ain't no sensible human being's gonna say, I'd rather be in the woods with a bear. He gonna whoop that ass. That bear's gonna tear you apart.
Is because I literally had to combine two videos from other people's stitches because all his original content was deleted. He was banned from the TikTok platform.
Good.
But back to the
Keep banning him. Keep.
Though this guy really tried to make the point that the most important reason, the number one reason why a man would choose to be with a woman in a forest instead of a bear is because he wants to essay her. Not because, you know, the bear is a wild animal that has claws and fangs and weighs several hundreds of pounds. A literal killing machine. But all that aside, it also says so much about his audience that he thinks he could post something like this and his audience will buy it. Like, I'm genuinely concerned about the survival skills of the women who tuned into him, believed the things he said, and didn't see any red flags. Because a lot of times when a guy just seems too perfect, when he has all the right answers, that's the guy you should watch out for the most. Because that means he has a perfect read on you. That means he
and them be the dudes. Them be the dudes that be the most dangerous types. They be the one that be throwing hands with they shorty. You rather want a dude that's straight up with you. That's the thing. Like, trying to be, you know, hey guys, we're gonna pander to you today. No, you want the dude or the shorty that's gonna keep it a stack. That's gonna be like, hey, I got a problem with this. I don't like when you do that. At least you know what they're thinking. If you don't know what this dude is thinking and he's always like, oh yeah, I'm good for you. Just so nice. Being a nice guy is low-key deceiving. You know what I'm saying? It's dishonest. You know what I'm saying? It is. Because like we want to be able to please so bad to the point where we're withholding some information of our frustrations, resentment. We have pent up resentment, right? And it creates a dynamic where it's just like, okay, I don't know who am I dating? Then you have one day where you just tweak out, and boom, jail.
Understands your psychology. He understands how a woman's mind thinks and functions. And that's exactly what puts him in an optimal position to manipulate you. And you know, luckily he got exposed because his ex-girlfriend got online and did a 3-part series exposing him for who he truly is.
He comes into my room and he's holding my roommate's 3 kitchen knives, large kitchen.
See what I'm saying?
Someone is going to, you know what, tonight. Someone's gonna, tonight. And by the time it takes me to get to my balcony to try to unlock my balcony door, then unlock my screen door, he already has me by my shirt, pulling me back into my apartment, choking me because he's grabbing so hard on my shirt. I'm asking him, please let me go. Please get off of me. He's refusing.
And the crazy thing is, even after being
What did I say? Jail!
exposed, the manipulation didn't stop. Dude literally tried to sit here and frame it like, oh, this is a thing I used to do in the past. Yes, I was a demon, a horrible person, but that was in the far past, you know, 3 years ago. I'm not that person anymore.
I am admitting to being abusive. 2-3 years ago.
You can just look at certain people and tell they still on the same bullshit. Hey man, you know what I mean? Little conversation, you know what I'm saying? And be like, yeah, you got it, gang. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about why is this person doing this? Like, why are you just overly pandering? Did you do some fucked up shit? Like, what's going on, gang?
I dealt with a woman who lived in Seattle. She just came out with a video saying that I was verbally, mentally, and emotionally abusive. She is telling the truth. She is 100% accurate. Everything she is telling is 100% true.
I could respect the fact that he's owning up to it, but would he have ever said this if she didn't make the video? No. I
have been an absolutely terrible man. No, this is not about she spilled the tea. I am happy that she is sharing her negative experiences about me.
Here we
I
go.
want her to. I have been a very, very, very extremely demonic and terrible man in my past.
Bro really thought that acting happy that he got exposed was gonna somehow help his case. Like, no, nigga, you got exposed and you're trying to do damage control.
Right.
And the next pander bear on this list might be an even bigger clown. We got a guy by the name of Derek Jackson who uses his looks and enticing words to captivate women, literally selling them the fantasy of this perfect husband.
Look, sis, don't let no man convince you that by you holding him accountable for his actions, you're bringing stress and drama and being negative. If he was not ready for the responsibility of loving you correctly, he should have never signed up for it. You didn't make him hop in your DMs or stop you from what you was doing to ask you.
And let's take a quick look at
You know what? I hate these videos when they be acting like they talking to somebody else. Like they will position the camera like this. Let me go full screen. They be like, yeah, I don't think you should be, in this situation right now. Like, nigga, there's nobody on the other side. I hate those videos, gang. I ain't gonna lie. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you could like actually just turn around a little bit, come to this angle, and talk face to face with the people that's watching you on the TikTok.
comments. Amen, amen, amen. Exactly what I need to hear. Put this on his motherfucking damn For You page now.
And no man plays the victim better than the one who caused the damage. He'll dysregulate your central nervous system and then claim you always disturbing his peace.
Some of y'all ain't gonna like this, but ghosting the girl who did nothing to deserve it is emotional abuse.
Yo, the sad music in the background is killing me, bro.
Never underestimate how fast a woman will cut you off for making her feel like she's begging for your love.
I'm convinced bro literally works out to get a pump before he makes his videos, bro. I genuinely would not be surprised if he does that.
Her anger ain't even anger. It's built up hurt. Because women don't just wake up angry.
Brother.
They slowly drown in ignored feelings until that emotion erupts.
And then we got these hurt women in the comments trauma dumping. Then they call us toxic after taking us for granted. That line about ruining my mental health to stay a little longer hit me hard. Exactly. Yo.
You know what I don't like about these pandering like videos when they're like pandering towards women? They act like men can't feel the same emotion that he's describing right now. Men feel this shit too. We stick around sometimes hoping that, you know what I'm saying? Because we have faith that the relationship would work, benefit of the doubt. And then come to find out, whole time, it's just not going to get better. It is what it is. So we slowly check out, back away. And until it's done, it's done.
Whose grandma is this? He did everything he promised he wouldn't. Another grandma. The moment she becomes silent after all the time when she was angry, that's the moment when she is done and ready to let it go. And here's the kicker. This guy literally cheated on his wife. You cannot make this shit up, bro. Talk about right message, wrong messenger.
Okay, so part of the recovery process where we were in the program for infidelity and all that is discovery. And in discovery, it's like, we've trickled out a lot of information. Now it's time to go to level 0, ground zero, they call it. And so he had to make a list of women, so everything that he could recollect, and there was nearly 100 women on there.
I genuinely don't know when women are gonna learn that these pander bears, these guys who are selling these fake fantasies and have these enticing words, will 99% of the time just be frauds. I think nowadays women are so caught up in this idea of finding a man that will secure their financial future, of finding a provider, that they would actually buy into this type of delusion. They want to believe so bad that this ultra wealthy man that has life figured out, that's perfectly chivalrous, is a provider, protector, is just gonna magically choose them out of the bunch and only have eyes for them because...
And then you know what sucks? Like this pandering male epidemic thing that he's talking about as well, it's gonna make men that are really like that get side-eyed. You know what I'm saying? Like men who actually want to provide and just see the best and like pour into their woman, they probably gonna take this like, he probably got something going on in the background, something gonna come up.
Somehow they're so special and different from the hundreds of thousands of other beautiful women. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not how things work most of the time. And if you grew up a Disney kid, that's basically the Sophia the First, Cinderella, fantasy fairy tale storyline. But that's the thing. It's a fairy tale fantasy, meaning the shit is so unlikely to happen that it's fantastical. And for anyone wondering, fantastical literally means imaginative, remote from reality. And look, again, there's nothing wrong with having high aspirations, but this sort of mindset becomes harmful, becomes a detriment when you have young women thinking like this and upholding this sort of standard for themselves.
How much a man gotta make for you to take them serious? How much a month? Over 6 figures a month. I was just about to say, yeah, she's high maintenance, y'all. So I'll do over 6 figures a month. I think I should do that.
Unfortunately, a lot of young ladies look up to these bird brains and have this sort of mindset. A man has to make at least $100,000 a month to be taken seriously, just to be taken.
That's a lot of hey, if you make $100,000 a month, in the comments, DM me on Instagram. We gotta talk. Because, I'm doing something wrong. We all doing something wrong. If you making $100,000 a month in this economy, please hit me up on Instagram, man.
Seriously. And look, I'm not trying to poop on anyone's dream of finding this Prince Charming, ultra wealthy, handsome guy who's gonna, just come in and swoop this random pretty girl and change her life and take care of all her needs. But I genuinely want y'all to be realistic. If we really sat down and thought about it, most guys these girls age, because they seem to be in their teens, maybe early 20s, will not have that type of money. So automatically, by process of elimination, the type of guys that these girls will be dealing with will probably be significantly older men. That's how we got situations like rapper Boston Richie literally grooming a girl who was underage at the time, Tatiana Chanel.
But you were dating like an 18-year-old chick, right?
Yeah.
You guys broke up?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the big deal? You're a kid. You're like 23 years old, right?
Nah.
How old are you?
I don't know. It really wasn't no big deal. It's just motherfuckers.
But people were like making a big deal that you're dating an 18-year-old?
Yeah. But it really wasn't nothing like it.
But how old are you?
27.
I mean, Tiger. Hey, man, I'll tell you what Tiger was doing. Tiger was Tiger for real. Had Kylie Jenner when she was a guy.
And it's bad when his only response is to bring up Tyga and Kylie Jenner. He really said, yeah, your situation is bad, but at least it wasn't as bad as this one.
Could you say any lesson you learned from dating someone that young? Like maybe they're just not like, stay away? It didn't work out, obviously.
I don't know, man. I don't really know. I just do me personally, like whatever I like doing, whatever I feel like doing, I do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really learn lessons from situations, right?
And mind you, this was public information, but at the time, because he was buying her things and he was giving her so much money, her and other bird-brained girls were literally supporting the relationship. To this day, there are still women who are applauding her behavior. They're talking about she got 3 businesses, 2 luxury cars, her rent paid for the next year, and hella wires and bags, plus she had a plan and she executed. Mama raised her right. This is the only comment I agree with. That's low-key such a miserable way to live though. Like, you put yourself through all the years and things for materials. And this seems to be her present state after that whole situation wrapped up.
Like 2.5 years. No, Tati, I don't know how you did that hard time, baby. I can't pass 2.5. Like, I don't even think I made it past 2.5, but like I said, I was just there. When you have a plan, you execute that. You was looking like...
Oh my God, bro. Yo, please, I hope none of y'all, the women that are watching this video are not like this, man. I know there's a few good women out there that don't follow this rhetoric. This is bad, bro. Like, there's some people's, like some of these women dreams, especially the modern women, some of their dreams is to find a rich dude, someone who's successful in the NBA, NFL, rapper. That's like their dream, to get in these rooms with these guys and be able to like swindle them so they can get themselves into a position and live lavish. And then they just keep doing the same thing every couple of years when the shit starts to dry out. They're like, I gotta catch another lick. That's how they look at men.
I was just there. Christina, I was just there. What kept you in that relationship then? I fuck with your chain. I put gas around your neck. I'm a BB every chain. Like, fuck is you talking about?
And look, you literally cannot make this shit up. Even after all these things came out about Boston Richie, him being a PDF, him being a rat, to this day, you go to his comments, there are women in there who are begging to be chosen. I need a Boston, hold the DV though. Y'all not tricking like Boston. Love me some Boston Richie because baby, can you help me? Oh my God, I love me a trick. Hey, I miss need things paid for. And honestly, I'm not surprised that
we gotta disable these type of dudes, man. You know what I'm saying?
This sort of pandering loser who leads with his pockets would hit on younger girls. Because a lot of times that's the only option they have. Because when they get in front of a real woman with her head on straight, these little tricks, these superficial materialistic gestures, they don't amount to much. And they can't use them to control these women. So they easily get exposed for what they truly are. Losers. Another thing I love about the internet, I don't just gotta explain this to you guys. There's almost always an example already up online. So if you're not already informed about it, there's this YouTube dating show where people pop the balloon if they're not interested in an individual. The host asks some questions, and then if the person answers in a way that doesn't please the contestant, then they have the option to go up to that person and pop their balloon. Roll the clip.
For me, a perfect date, first thing I'm gonna do, pardon my voice, man. First thing I'm gonna do,
I saw this clip.
I'm gonna take you shopping for something to wear. I'm gonna get your hair done, get your nails done, pick you up in my double R. Probably got 1,000 roses in the Rolls Royce.
Yo, he got me crying. What the fuck? Like, what are we talking about right now? First of all, let's run it back, bro. Oh man, hey man, y'all know what I'm looking at right now, bro. Bro got a spray painted G, and didn't he get exposed to scamming?
Probably got 1,000 roses in the Rolls Royce. After that, I mean, shit, we gonna just go with the day. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real. So we gonna just go with the day. That's if we in the city. If we not taking no trip, like I said, I'm pick you up, double R, roses, all that, the whole thing. You done got your hair done, nails done, you dressed to impress, whatever. We both looking good. We gonna go out to eat, fine dining. We might go to a club, and pop shit, have fun. And then after that, you know, we might just go get some massages or something like that. I think that's a perfect date.
Okay. You know who balloons you gonna pop already?
Yo, imagine that. You stunted. You was flexing. And your balloon got popped first, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Crazy work.
Why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I was really just being entertaining, for real.
Bullshit. He hurt.
I'm just keeping it real.
Why were you going to?
Look at the gesture.
Just because it was like the stuff he mentioned, like the the need to like mention like the brands, cars, and stuff like that. It's not really necessary to get a woman or to get me for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more laid back than that.
You said if it's my girl and we're in a relationship.
That's fine, but it's like you could have said I'm gonna pick you up, like, oh, I'm gonna pick you up in this, or not. It's a cut, right?
I'm gonna keep it real.
I see that. That's your style.
See, I told you it's hurt. Look at how he trying to interject. Let her talk. Let her talk.
You look pretty flashy, like that's your style, probably.
It's cool. I'm just saying I wouldn't have dated you anyway.
Okay.
Cause you got the makeup on your shirt.
Yeah.
And you got like lipstick on your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you got like a blood clot in your eye.
Yeah.
So
I'm a barber.
No, and it's
I got in my eye.
I'm not trying to be funny.
It's just like
I was just paying attention.
You saying things that don't add up to nothing else.
I hope she don't mention the beard gang, cause Duke.
No, I was just.
But it was giving Fugazi though, Bookie.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You ready?
Let her come back.
Yeah.
You said it's giving what?
Fugazi.
You see how when women don't fall for their material possessions, they don't have any answer beyond that. Their whole personality is their wallet. No substance, no personality, just surface level and extremely superficial. These guys are used to what you would call pay to play. The women they're used to dealing with live their life and operate like glorified sex workers. They're used to women whose thought process is, if you can't pay for anything, you can't gain access to my time. And I think this next clip best explains the detriment of dealing with these men who are wallet first, everything else later. Now the clip is long, but I genuinely could not have explained it better than Auntie did.
It is dangerous to teach young women, especially young women under the age of 28, to be asking men for money, to require and expect money from men. It puts these young women in precarious situations. Most young women have not developed enough life experience, wisdom. The frontal lobe is not even developed. And so these attitudes I see a lot of older women espouse around men should give you money. Your existence, your beauty is value enough for that man to pay you. If he's not giving you money, then what's his use? That's problematic to teach to young girls.
That's a bomb.
Because most young girls do not have the experience to navigate men who are using money to manipulate them, who are using money to access their bodies. Because that's what this comes down to. Let's just keep it very frank. Okay? If you're not getting married, that man is trying to access your body. It's just sexual attraction and it's gratification. The reason why he's taking you to that restaurant, the reason why he's paying for your shoes or your hair is to access your body. Period. It always leads back to him accessing your body. And even if you do get married, you've just become a woman who signed a contract where now he is expecting your body. And if you're religious, you might well believe mistakenly it is by God's design and it is your wifely duty to give your body and not deny your husband. So either way you dice this, it's about getting access to your body. And I feel very strongly whenever I talk about the fact that women should not be relying on men for money, you should not be asking men for money. I think you missed the point here, that I am often thinking about the young woman. Because I'm sorry, I will say it again. I do not believe that every woman who receives money just because from a man is not doing something in exchange. And if you are a woman who's managed to master that kind of interaction with men, I'm pretty sure you're not a 22-year-old. And that still comes with risks. When you teach young women to be able to call another young man, because this is the other thing, are they calling a 22-year-old boy and saying, give me $5,000 or pay for my hair? Because if they are, that's not a good practice. It's not something we should be encouraging. And I think 22-year-old young men shouldn't be doing that either. They shouldn't be paying for girls' rent. For what? They're young people. What are they doing? Going to the cinema, going on a date. This is not serious relationships anyway. So why should a young man be giving that kind of money to go on a date with a young woman? Let them go and have popcorn at the cinema. Keep it simple. That's the stage of life they're at. So then who is this 22-year-old, 25-year-old woman actually asking for money from? Hard, cold cash. It tends to be older men. That comes with its problems. And most of these young girls do not have the life experience to navigate those situations and come out on top. They don't have the experience to navigate that situation and not give off their body unless they want to, or not feel like they have to, or they should. Even when the man is asking for that access, he's edging for that access to your body. Who has, not all of these girls have the skills to not end up in those situations. This is why it's dangerous overall to assert that women asking men for money and expecting money in the dating stages in particular is a way of righting the wrongs of patriarchy. Not for every woman. You actually become more of a victim to misogyny, predatory behavior, and patriarchy. This is why we need to think about the day-to-day realities of these power dynamics that exist when women are looking at men and asking men for money just because you're beautiful. I'm sorry, if you're an older woman who's managed to crack this, fine, keep it to yourself. If you're a young woman, be very wary of taking that advice. Get your own money.
Facts.
Get your own money and interact with men on a level where you are a peer, where you have power and leverage because you've got your...
Most of the modern day women they're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that. They always looking for the next trick. You know what I'm saying?
Own money, and then you get to decide how much of yourself you give to that man or not.
Now y'all can't tell me she didn't cook. But with that being said, though, if you made this far, I appreciate you for watching. Go ahead and like.
Hey man, shout out my boy 40 Shams. He getting a sub, like. Man, this is a great video, man. Don't be like these guys. All the men that are watching this video, man, if you come from a past where, you know, or you've been around examples of, oh, you should provide everything. She has to deserve it. Make sure you're dealing with a quality woman before you open up yourself in that way, because resources are they're not as available as they used to be, especially in these times. And then just for your own self-respect. Don't be quick to do all of this for someone who doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, do not listen to their advice. 9 times out of 10, as you see in the video, they be two-faced folks out here, right? But ladies and gentlemen, y'all like, I say y'all like, whoa, I'm tripping. It's been a time. This is quite the video. My whole brain is deranged because I cannot believe this shit. But leave a like, comment. If you want me to react to a certain video, please send it to my Instagram, man. I'm really interested to see what y'all got to say in the comments below. And without further ado, go suck your mother.